Bondi, Attorney General, was just fired by Donald Trump. This is a breaking news story. Let's get to the latest.
Kaylee, I just got off the phone with President Trump. We have a big scoop. Pam Bondi will soon leave her job as the Attorney General. She is going to get a different job within the administration. It doesn't sound like there is any bad blood between her and President Trump, but it does seem like they want her to go and do something else. And in an interim role, she will be replaced by Todd Blanche, who is currently her deputy at the Justice Department. So it doesn't sound like Blanche is being elevated long term to the Attorney General. There might be somebody else that the president wants to go in there. But President Trump soon will announce to the entire world that it is the end of Pam Bondi's time as the Attorney General. He still thinks that she is a great person and that she did a good job. And he still wants her in the fold because she will still be an important part of the administration, he tells me, but no longer as the top law enforcement officer of the United States. That, at least for a little while, is going to be Todd Blanche.
Ducey,
Heard it here first.
That's rather big news, and I'm sure you don't have the answer to this, but there have been some rumored names to replace her. Did you happen to catch that?
So far, Todd Blanche.
Okay. Yeah. All right. We'd be remiss if we didn't ask. Okay. Thank you so much, Peter. Laura, we're both from Florida, and Pam Bondi is an amazing attorney general.
Right.
Was an amazing attorney general in Florida, and I know her services are greatly appreciated. The state of Florida loves her, as does the entirety of the Trump administration.
Absolutely, and she's done an incredible job. I mean, this is a very tough job to come in and be Attorney General of the United States. I give her a lot of credit for what she's been able to do.
I'm going to jump in here. You may be asking, why did she get fired? I'm going to ask you a question. Name one thing that she did as Attorney General. The first 18 months of any administration is really, I think, the most important. That is your runway to get your platform and have your AG established, following through with your policies and your priorities. What has Pam Bondi done? This runway we're gone. We're out of runway. We're heading into midterms. The contrast that I want you to think of is Merrick Garland, who was obviously Joe Biden's Attorney General. He was lockstep with the administration in the White House. We can totally disagree with everything that he did, but we can't disagree with the fact that he was lockstep with the administration and was effective as per the instructions and the direction of the Biden regime. There's no question. Let's apply that same question, though, to Pam Bondi. I totally disagree with Laura. Totally. And Kaylee. Kaylee, whatever her name is. I think Pam Bondi at the federal level has been terrible. I can't think of another attorney general that's been less effective than her. And if you're wondering again, why, and again, this is my opinion, she should have spent way less time on Sean Hannity and jumping to Fox News, and she should have been doing her job. What are the major prosecutions that she's led? Nothing that would be atypical or that you would just expect from a run-of-the-mill attorney general. That's the answer. What did she do to advance the MAGA agenda or the America First agenda? Nothing. Nothing. So, again, is it any mystery why? The bigger mystery, if you're going to look for a clue, is why was she approved by the House or the Senate in the first place? Maybe because they knew that she wouldn't get anything done. Contrast that with Matt Gaetz, who everybody, right, was vehemently against because I think they had an inclination that Matt Gaetz would have gotten stuff done. So I had to jump in here and completely disagree with what these two ladies are saying because I can't, in my heart of hearts, think of another attorney general that was less effective than Pam Bondi. She should have been gone a long time ago.
There was a lot of pressure surrounding a whole host of different things coming into, the president's second term in office. And I think she's been great. She's cracked down on crime. She's done an incredible job, in this role. And yeah, we love her in Florida. And I think the United States owes her a debt of gratitude. I know the president would echo those sentiments.
Yes. Well,
Again, you could look at the platitudes from Laura. She couldn't come up with any specific facts or programs or initiatives that Pam Bondi was in and of herself as the highest law enforcement officer in the country in charge of. Can't. I don't think any of them are going to be able to. She was terrible. Terrible. And we need to get somebody outside of Todd Blanche, who's a little swampy, into that AG position, because the second half of the second term for Donald Trump is not going to be easy.
As we just heard, Todd Blanche stepping in temporarily. We await to see if he gets the top job or if some of the other rumored names indeed get that break.
So what Peter Doocy was not wanting to confirm when asked is actually Lee Zeldin is one of the names that's being kicked around right now. He's in charge of the EPA. He's fantastic. And I think if there's anybody that would be in the rumor mill, Lee Zeldin would be a fine choice. Mike Davis would be a fine choice. But I don't think Blanche is it. Obviously, he's the temporary plug. But the point here is that you can't think of anybody worse and more deserving of being fired than Pam Bondi in Trump's second term and setting his agenda. Totally ineffective. Totally. So there's your breaking news. If you've yet to subscribe to America First Alerts, please do so. We'd love to have you along for the ride, and don't leave here. Our very next story, you're going to love it. It's how we break down all of the alleged hospice fraud, we'll put it that way, in California that's now being uncovered by not only the House investigatory committees, but also a newly appointed role that J.D. Vance just had with an assistant attorney general that at the federal level that is now assigned to his fraud task force. All of that and more, it's coming up next. You're going to want to check it out.